Hello, welcome to Life Skills from Sanskrit. I am Jigar. Today we are going to look at a couplet that talks about the importance of thinking before taking charge of anything. So without wasting any time, let's just jump into it. Na ganasyagrato gachet siddhe karye samam phalam yadi karya vipatti syat mukhastatra hanyate. Let me repeat that. Na ganasyagrato gachet siddhe karye samam phalam yadi karya vipatti syat mukhastatra hanyate. What we are going to do is we're going to divide this into two bits and then look at them individually. So let's have a look at the first bit. The first bit says, Na ganasyagrato gachet siddhe karye samam phalam. What it tells us is, well, look, do not assume leadership. Do not become a leader. Do not take charge of anything. Why does it do it? It's kind of giving us a warning. It's trying to tell us that if you want to become a leader, don't look at just the good sides of being a leader. There are definitely some drawbacks of becoming a leader and taking charge of situations. And what are those? Well, they give us two biggest problems with becoming a leader, two biggest warnings they give us that what might happen when you become a leader or you become in charge of a situation. Well, they can see two possible outcomes. What are those? The first one, they say, siddhe karye samam phalam. So they're trying to tell us is, look, when you take charge of a situation, when you become a leader of a team, when you lead people towards something, what might happen is, well, one, you achieve your target. You achieve what you wanted to with the situation and the people that you had. Your team achieves success. But what will happen when your team achieves success? Well, what happens is everybody gets the same amount of credit. Even if you're the leader, if you put in the hard work, if you were more responsible for the success, everybody will get the same credit, because at the end of the day, everybody have won. Now let's have a look at the second bit. Yadi karya vipatti syat mukhastatra hanyate. Now, in the second bit, they tell us what will happen if we do not achieve our target while we are leading people or trying to achieve a situation. Well, yadi karya vipatti syat. So if you're leading, when you're in charge and there's a problem, there's an issue, and you cannot achieve the desired outcome, what is going to happen? Well, over here it says, mukhastatra hanyate. That means, well, it's your head on the line, literally. So being a leader is not easy. If there's a failure, if you fail to achieve your targets, if your situation that you were in charge of doesn't achieve the targets that needed to be, well, failure, it becomes your failure. It's not the team's failure. So two things that couplet tells about what happens when you're a leader. If you win, everybody gets equal credit. But if you lose, well, you are to blame. So being a leader is not as easy as it looks like, and it is definitely not something to be taken lightly. You need to make sure that you're not doing it just for credit, because, well, being a leader is not about taking credit. Sometimes you get blames as well. So let's have a look at the couplet again. Na ganasyagrato gachet siddhe karye samam phalam yadi karya vipatti syat mukhastatra hanyate. My take on this couplet is we shouldn't rush into taking charge of situations. If target is achieved, everyone shares the credit, but if it isn't, then only leader is blamed. So what this couplet tells us is, before we become a leader, before we decide to take charge of situations, we want to make sure we look at the downsides as well, and we are not doing it just for glory, because leadership, taking charge, is not just for glory. You do get blamed if you're unsuccessful or your team is unsuccessful. So think before you lead. Thank you for joining me today. Stay positive, stay tuned.